Hi, Brian McAboy here with Inside Out Trading. Today we're going to talk about the single best and worst thing about trading. Now, there are a lot of really excellent things about trading. There are a handful of them just straight up are terrible. But there's one thing, and ironically, it probably is one of the best things about trading. And yes, at the same time, it's probably the worst thing about trading. And it's the same thing. Okay. So what am I talking about? And again, keep in mind, there are three reasons why it's the best and three reasons why it's the worst. We're also going to talk about how to address the downsides, the liabilities of this aspect of trading. Stick around. You're going to want to check this out if you trade and it matters to you. Okay, so what is this one thing that we're talking about? One of the absolute best things about trading, one of the really cool things about it that draws so many people to trading is, unlike almost every other business that you can pursue, you don't have to have anybody else involved in the business. You don't even have to have customers. You don't have to have customers. You don't have to have staff. You don't have to have inventory. You don't have to have employees. You don't have to work. You don't have to have anybody. The only thing you need is internet access and a platform and a brokerage account so you can trade. That's all you really need. And that's pretty cool from a business perspective and what it takes to the capital required to get a business started and everything. That's pretty freaking cool because the rest of it's working capital. As far as whatever you're trading with and with prop firms, heck, you don't even have to really have a whole lot of working capital to get started. Again, from a business perspective, there are tons of good things about trading, but really this is probably one of the best ones is you don't have anybody else to blame. You don't have bad employees to blame. You don't have crappy customers or lack of customers to blame. You don't have to worry about vendors screwing you over, not fulfilling on what they're supposed to supply you, or they're giving you subpar services or goods. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff. Awesome sauce. Now, why is it also one of the worst aspects of trading? There are three reasons why it's one of the worst aspects of trading. And the very first one, and this is huge for so many traders, this is like one of the number one banes of trading. When people come to me for help with their trading, they're saying, I'm just so tired of being alone. This is such an isolated occupation. I can't talk with my friends about it. They empathize, but they think I'm crazy, but they don't know what's going on with trading. They don't know much about it. They don't know hardly anything about it. They don't know what it's like to trade. And online, there's tons of gurus out there. You can hop on Reddit or you can hop on YouTube, and there's all kinds of people want to tell you, but it's like, who can you trust? Who's full of crap and who's not? And yeah, again, I feel alone, even though there's water everywhere and not a drop to drink. It's, yeah, there's thousands of sources out there, but who to trust? I can't trust any of them. So again, I'm feeling all alone. And really, one of the huge downsides of being on your own as a trader is having it all upon you to try to figure this out and make it work and manage yourself. That really, seriously, managing yourself, the self-management aspect of trading is one of the biggest challenges. And this is one where so many of us get the life lessons. Now, okay, so these are some of the downsides of trading, or the isolation of trading. One, yeah, you're all on your own. It feels very alone. You don't have anybody to talk to. There's no socialization. You don't have anybody, to help you. And that's huge. Yeah, and it's all on you. You don't have anybody to blame. Yeah, if it fails, it's on you. And so that's a whole lot of pressure without much help. And again, just feeling alone. And the traders that I work with, they've told me it's like just having somebody to talk to is massive. That, somebody that understands what trading's about, what you're dealing with, what it feels like, how to work, how to get past it, how to address the challenges of trading. Having that person to interact with is massive. And of course, accountability sure doesn't hurt. Several of my clients, they say just the fact that we're getting on the phone or getting on a Zoom call either once a week or every other week, and they know that they're going to have to report to me what they've been doing. And so it helps them in the moment to avoid making the stupid mistakes because they know they're going to have to tell me about it. And of course, fortunately, they are good people. They're not just hiding and they're going, no, I'm doing great, Brian. No, they're forthcoming because they know I'm here to help them. But anyway, okay. So yes, the single best and worst thing about trading, you don't have anybody else to mess up your business. It's just you. And man, if you bust ass and you invest yourself and you acquire the skills that you need and you learn what you need to get good at this and pursue it in earnest, it'd be cool. You don't have anybody that's going to be holding you back or screwing things up. If you put your heart into it and you make it happen, you can make it happen. And that's awesome. But that's also part of the trick is, yeah, you actually do have to go ahead and invest in yourself and become the trader that can handle it alone or, again, with some help, but it's still on you in your everyday trading. So, okay, how to address the liabilities. One of the best things that you can do, I'm not joking around when I say this, is remember trading is not an entry level game. Just because there are virtually no barriers to entry to get in here doesn't mean that anybody can walk in here and start trading straight away, just grabbing a strategy and start trading. Doesn't work that way. This is a profession that requires skills, and you're up against a whole pile of everybody around the world competing for the same money. And here's the thing, the traders who are the professionals, the ones who are good at it, got tools, got good strategies, they skill up, they're making their money off all the schmucks down here. Don't be one of the schmucks. You want to skill up to where you're one of the guys that's on the winning half or on the winning group of traders. So seek out good help. If you've been at this for a while, if you haven't, even if you're brand new at this, and you just don't want to go down the hard road of a bunch of hard lessons and losses to learn, you want the short road. Or if you've already been struggling for a while and just trying new strategies, that hasn't worked, focusing on discipline and controlling your emotions and all that kind of stuff, that hasn't worked, swing by InsideOutTrading.com. I got a different approach to trading. It's very effective, doesn't take very long, doesn't take a year on a therapist's couch or anything like that. Very straightforward. It comes from a background in engineering and quality assurance. Been very effective, been doing it for almost 20 years. Swing by InsideOutTrading.com. I got free resources there. If you want to book a call, we can get on a Zoom call and we'll figure out what's holding you back, what you need to do to get things working the way you want them to, so you got trading producing the way you want. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If it has, give me a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Leave me a comment. What would you like me to make videos on? What would be helpful for me to answer for you? Go ahead and put the question in the chat down below, the comments down below, and I very likely will go ahead and make a video for you on it. But I'll answer you in a video, so that because other people are probably going to have the same question, but they're not asking. So anyway, again, InsideOutTrading.com, resources to help your trading get better, help you make more money. This is Brian McAboy. Hope this has been helpful. Talk to you soon. Cheers.